believe is as drafted. Administrator to offer reasonable administrative assistance to owners of such properties seeking grants or other support for repair, restoration, expansion, and clarifies existing verbiage in some existing sections. The Planning Commission approved this draft on September 11th. All these are on our city website and also in advance on the city's My Civic app. And if you have additional questions, obviously we have, fortunately, our Planning and Codes Department for more information, and Nathan's here to represent Planning and Codes. Thank you very much. So, this public hearing is open for any feedback at this time on any of these 5 proposed amendments. Nathan, I don't know if you want to add anything. I know we've discussed it, but we want to make sure. You don't have to say anything.
No, I'll just add that for the rezoning, some of the property owners are here in attendance. You don't have to speak, but if you'd like to, you can.
And Stephen, oh yes, sir. Please do.
On behalf of the Forest neighbors, we certainly support the recommendation that we rezone this to residential.
Okay. If you don't mind, if you can just share with Beverly your name and address. I know you represent the whole neighborhood. That's great.
Well, I'm just one voice, but we're all
Right. Okay. If you can just tell her your name, we just document it for Beverly over here.
Okay.
So yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Just sign in right here.
There you go. Beverly's got you.
If not have to speak, and just sign in, it's just your name and address.
Thank you for doing that again.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So my name is Michael Higgins. I'm actually the owner of one of the lots up for rezoning, and I'd just like to offer myself up for any questions or additional information that you guys might like in terms of approving this this request.
Any questions, comments? I think we're good, but thank you. Appreciate it.
Pretty cut and dry.
Yeah. This is the easiest thing we'll do all month.
You like this one, Kirsten?
We're the most straightforward. I John's the most straightforward.
You could make it exciting and get someone to come up and yell at us about it. And tell us not to do it.
Would you like that?
I feel a little
I say, don't open us up.
He's setting us up.
Set us up something. Careful what you say. I feel like we're being set up. Yeah.
What's your actual? That is for sure.
Wait a couple lines. Wait a month or two.
Any other comments?
I'll ask one clarifying question on the fences or something. Anything that's existing doesn't have to be changed. This is just kind of going forward.
No, and we based a lot of the changes that we made to this by going around town and measuring existing fences and just making sure that we weren't proposing anything that was totally out of whack with what we saw. And we looked at what you might call some of our historic neighborhoods as well as brand new subdivisions. So we feel like we're in line.
And sometimes you get the heartburn by saying, "Oh, I got to tear mine down." You don't. It's just when you replace it, or if somebody.
Absolutely, yeah.
You can repair it, but you just.
No, you can absolutely repair, and it'd be case by case through our department for sure.
Yep. So just to clarify.
Fencing like that is permitted, right?
It is, yes.
They have to come in, somebody's wanting to put up fence like that.
Yeah, normally you consult with our department, and that's for setbacks and things like that. And then typically an applicant for that will bring in their own survey, but we're just trying to make sure that it's on their property.
Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other comments on any of the 5?
Can you go up? Scroll up
Andy?
to the New Hope. Because I know that's the New Hope School. I'm sorry, you sat down.
You're fine.
But just trying to make sure, I know that there's the building, but would it be that we would make that site, or is it just the house?
This is,
Because there's several different, there's the house, but there's other properties that's over there that if we are able to make that, because that was I know the New Hope School is where we're focused, but that was also the daycare or the center, and that would be a great area for other activities and community engagement in that particular area. So I didn't know if they were trying to do the whole campus that was there, because there was still some buildings there as well.
Right. And I'm happy to facilitate some more of those conversations with the property owner, but my understanding is her current plans are, or their current plans are to preserve the area, mainly focused on the school, but as a community amenity for the surrounding communities and the new development that will be going in there.
Okay.
Question, I was going to ask about this, the New Hope School, is so if it's not a city property, are we going to have city signage if we recognize it as a special building? Are we going to take any management of it?
Well, we don't on other ones that are already done.
That's what I'm
this
wondering,
way,
I guess.
right?
What's the rule?
This would be Cadera's own project.
Okay. So we don't have to do anything else. We're just
It's just
recognizing it. All right.
Helps give it cultural significance to make it more
And
competitive.
yeah, I'd say it assists if there are grants that need government backing or anything, then the city is at that point permitted to step in and say, yes, we recognize.
Isn't there more I know this is this particular building, but is there not another building there on this?
That's what I was asking, because there's another building that's still standing.
And there's some fencing around
Some
it as
fencing
well.
around, yeah.
Where
So
the
it's-
school is now?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's like a little it looks like a little campus type.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, that's where the original child development
Yeah,
center was,
it
before
was.
it moved.
And it's some of those are still there, so that's why I was asking if it's the site or just the.
Right. Well, and I've learned a lot about this property just from having folks come to. I know it's not. I can say pretty confidently that it's not the site, because my understanding is the school moved from across the street.
Right.
It did.
So I don't think it's the site specifically. Their focus is definitely, their intent is definitely to focus on the school.
Okay.
As far as the other things around it, I'm sure they're
Okay.
open to conversation. They've been great to work with.
Okay.
But the historic value, though, is that's where the child development center began, not so much where that building was initially. But it is, when it moved into that existing site, that's kind of the beginning of the child development center, is that correct?
That is, because that was why the building was moved.
For that purpose?
For that purpose,
Right.
yes.
Right. So the building itself was a school, but then it became part of what's now the child development
The
center.
development center.
Right.
And I think
They
that
had to spread out.
just from conversation with them, it has vinyl siding right now. It's had a lot of modifications. Their intent is to take it back to its historical look while still making it functional as a community amenity center.
All right.
But adding it to this list will allow them to apply for grants to help with that process.
Yeah.
Is the intent here tonight.
Okay.
Any other questions, comments? Stephen, you always let me know. You know you got that San Fran.
I know, I was laughing at that.
Are they playing?
Just my team.
I like it. I like it. There you go. I like it. All right, if not, last chance. If not, we'll close the public session and we'll reconvene. It's 5:40, so we'll reconvene in 10 minutes at 5:50 for our regular city council meeting. So, all right, see you in 10.